Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to another Thursday's Travel Talk with Travel Time. We are happy to bring you another session today to let you know all that's new about couples resorts, any new promotions, the whole couples experience, how it is a great one for you to consider for your next vacation. I'm pleased today to be joined by Desiree from Couples Resorts, and she will be sharing with us to learn all about the couples experience.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome, Desiree.
Thanks, Lois. Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm excited that people are starting to travel again and go warm places. I know I'm extra cold today. I have wool socks on, so I am dreaming of Jamaica, and I'm sure everybody else is as well. So again,
Yes.
Thank you.
People are starting to travel again. I can tell you that we've had the busiest week this week that we've had in probably 21 months.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
Apart from cancellations and moving people, which was kind of busy as well for a while. But yeah, we are.
This is happy.
We're looking forward to hearing those great feedback stories from people being away and enjoying their vacations. We have a record number of people in destination this week, the most for the last 21 months as well. And all is going good. Just returned from a vacation myself, so that's the way things are moving. And we look forward to hearing all about couples resorts today, because I know that it's a great choice for vacations, and people are very happy with that choice when they get to go and experience. So you can tell us all about it. Thank you.
Well, first, I'm going to tell you that I actually was there myself in September, and I hadn't traveled since, basically February of 2020. So, getting on that airplane, I was a little bit nervous, but mostly excited because I love to travel. That's why I do what I do. And I have to say, it was pretty seamless, from the time that I was at the airport here in Canada at Pearson to getting to Montego Bay. It was effortless, I'm going to say. I'm trying to be very positive and optimistic. And yeah, it was such a wonderful time. I was really happy to go firsthand and see what the resorts are doing in terms of protocols. I know a lot of people are curious about that. As Canadians, I know we see things a little bit differently, so I like to give my Canadian perspective. I think that's quite important. I know our neighbors to the south have been traveling pretty much this entire time, but we're a little more cautious on this side. And so it was really good.
Your experience of saying that you felt a little nervous about the first time, I think that's pretty universal.
I think so
especially from Atlantic Canada, people are even a little more reserved, I guess, about the whole return to travel. And although we're starting to see that interest bloom, that's for sure. And looking, all of a sudden people are having the need to get away even for Christmas. So we just booked today for somebody going away for a couple of weeks over the holidays. So people, it's close to the dates, but they're realizing, you know what, the time is now. I'm okay with this, and I'm looking forward to it.
Agreed. I'm actually going away for Christmas myself with my entire family, because I think they felt comfortable since I've traveled and could kind of give them the scoop. They were like, okay, let's go. We're ready to do this. And so, yeah, we're back to travel, but back to couples, as much as I love to travel. The protocols in place, from the time that you get to the couples lounge was amazing. So yes, we have our own lounge once you go through customs and immigration at the Montego Bay airport. So you can kind of have a bit of a breather before you get on your shuttle that takes you directly to the resort, have a red stripe, have some pop if you like, and then we take you on your merry way. I will say that a lot of people have been asking me this just in my day-to-day. You do need to wear a mask on the shuttle. That is just mandatory. That's, protocols put in place by the Ministry of Health in Jamaica. So I just ask that everybody, is aware of that and is respectful of that. I know not everybody wants to wear a mask, but, we're trying to keep, clients safe. We're trying to keep guests safe. We're trying to keep drivers safe. So yes, masks.
Yeah, we'll get to the end of that at one point, but maybe not.
But if we're going to travel right now, there are certain protocols in place, and so I'm happy to talk about them. A lot of people will ask me, Desiree, do we need to wear a mask, when we're at the pool or when we're at the beach? Definitely not. You don't have to do that. We're just asking that in small enclosed areas indoors, you got to put a mask on for a few minutes when you check in, things like that. That's pretty standard here, though, in Canada. Like, I've got my pile of masks at the door when I leave to just match my different outfits.
Yeah. You got to be the styling, right?
Exactly. And I will say, here's a tip for you. If you're going to Jamaica, like, the humidity is so much different than here. Bring multiple masks. I find that like they get damp. I do not like wearing a damp mask. It's probably not great for breathing in either. So, you know, when you come down and you're feeling the heat, bring a bunch of masks. But yes,
I know you have some slides, some pictures to show. So we'll move over to that here now.
Okay, perfect. You can kind of arrow through a little bit.
All right.
Today's one of those days for technical glitches.
Yeah, technical issues there.
Oh, okay. So I just like to put a little map up and tell everybody, you know, where we're located in terms of, you know, on the island if you've never been to Jamaica. So you land in Montego Bay. That's pretty standard. We either have 2 properties in Ocho Rios or we have 2 properties in Negril. And again, as I was saying, we have shuttles that take you directly to the properties. So you don't need to actually, as I call it, take the milk run. Sometimes you can stop at 10 properties along the way before you get to your final destination. That can kind of eat into some time, you know, when you're traveling. So we don't want that. When you come and stay at couples, you're just going directly to the properties. So I just like to, you know, have an idea of, you know, where you're going.
That's always a really good thing when you don't have all those stops to make along the way.
Exactly. So that is kind of just a general idea. And just in terms of timing, again, it depends on traffic. Jamaica's a little bit different. Not a lot of stoplights. Things can get busy. So yeah. I like to say without traffic, going to Negril, it's about an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 15. And to Ocho Rios, with no traffic, keep in mind, please, it's about an hour and a half. Mm-hmm. All righty. So the couples atmosphere. So I like to talk about the atmosphere at couples. You know, I'm just pretending that I'm there right now, relaxing in the sun. I hope you all are doing the same. And when you come and stay at couples, we have a very laid back vibe. That is our feeling. You know, when you get to the resorts and you step into the lobby and feel the ocean breeze, we just want you to feel immediately relaxed when you come and stay with us. So we have amazing service across all 4 properties. We have romantic environments. I mean, the name is couples, so we do cater to couples, and we want you to have a really romantic time with your partner when you come and stay with us. We have beautiful accommodations, and the owners are actually Jamaican, so we have an authentic Caribbean feel when you come and stay with us. We use a lot of local Jamaican artists in all of our decor and things like that. We love Jamaican food. Don't worry, you can get other food, but we love Jamaican food because we are in Jamaica. And again, we're really laid back and relaxed, and we have a ton of value-added features that I, of course, will talk about, you know, as we move through. So a few of the things that make us stand apart, which are really important. So we're adult couples only. We don't do tabs. We don't do tips. No kids, no singles, no curfews, which is amazing, especially if you're, you know, getting away with your partner. That is what we are about. We have amazing food at couples. We don't have surcharges for dining. We have on and off-site excursions, and we have, again, the beautiful boutique-style resorts at all across the board. So I'm going to start in Ocho Rios, and then I'm going to move my way across the island. So Couples Tower Isle is actually our flagship resort. It was built in 1949. And if you ever get to go there, make sure you go in the piano bar. There's so many cool pictures of like old-timey stars who went and stayed there. This used to be the playground for, you know, the Hollywood elite. My favorite picture is probably the original owner, Mr. Abe Issa, and Walt Disney. I grew up watching Disney movies, so they used to come and stay at Couples Tower Isle. As you can see in this picture, that's okay. Most of the rooms at that resort face the ocean. It's right there, so you do not get a bad room. You don't get a bad view, regardless of, you know, what room category you're in when you come and stay at Couples Tower Isle. That's just a pretty picture of the beach. I love pictures. And, you know, we can you breeze through this. I love talking about it just naturally and, answering questions or like having a conversation. So again, we're located in Ocho Rios. We have 226 rooms. So none of the couples properties are the giant mega resorts. So if you're worried about having to wait for a golf cart or you're walking 20 minutes to get back to your room if you forget something, that is not the couples feel at all. As you can see from the last picture, it's right on the beach. It's right there. If you need to go back to your room for something, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, if you're, Jamaican time and having a nice leisurely stroll, is not going to take you very long at all.
I did get to experience this resort and loved it.
Yes. Okay. I'm so glad to hear that. This is actually, when I started working for couples, this was the first property I stayed at. So it has a little bit of a special place in my heart. I love the staff there. I love the food. And of course, I've been talking about it. I love a good ocean breeze. And I will say probably Couples Tower Isle has like the best ocean breeze in my opinion. Mm-hmm. So that is just a picture of the private island, which is why it's called Couples Tower Isle. We do honeymoon cocktails over here. We can do private dinners over here. There's weddings over here. I mean, how cool would it be to say, like, I got married on a private island in Jamaica. So wow. That is Tower Isle, right? I know. So also at Tower Isle, pretty new for us and, amazing. I love spa. I love going to get massages. We have our spa villas. So what that means is when you stay in this room category, you get unlimited spa treatments for your entire stay. Like literally unlimited. There's no cap. So if I wanted to go and get 4 massages a day and get my nails done a different color before dinner each night and get my hair done, that is all included.
Again, that's like a dream come true.
It's my absolute dream. And I'm always like, my boss, I'm like, hey, like, what do you
Who
think?
wouldn't want to get that a trip booked for this room category for their under the Christmas tree this year?
Right? I mean, you will love that person forever if that's your gift under the tree, right? Hopefully Santa brings it for somebody. So again, you have your villa, there's private check-in, there's like private transfers to take you from the airport to the villa. You can have some of your treatments done right in your own private terrace if you don't actually want to like walk the 10 steps to the spa. I know getting lots of massages can be exhausting, so we feel ya. You can get stuff done right in the villa. And they all have, again, their private terraces, personal plunge pools. So you're really living like the most luxurious, relaxing vacation life that you can when you stay in one of these rooms. So these are some of
these pictures get me every time.
Right? So I know it's kind of unfair that I love pictures and I always put them in here because we're all in Canada and like winter is here. But I love to just show the pictures to give everybody kind of an idea and get everybody excited about like what's coming.
Yeah, it looks amazing. And with those private pools, that's one of the most frequent requests that we get for honeymoon and anniversary trips.
Really?
For rooms with private pools.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, good to know. I mean, should I get married and, I'm going to have to look for a place with a private pool. I'm probably going to go here, but, So 5 minutes down the road, we have Couples San Souci, another beautiful, stunning resort. And we call this our jewel. And this only has 150 rooms. So if you're looking for like a more quiet, intimate feel, Couples San Souci is it. It's actually on 35 acres, but only 150 rooms. So there's lots of space for you to kind of just get lost with your partner and have that quiet downtime and just kind of like melt into the sunshine. That's definitely my ideal kind of vacation, which I am always looking for. So just kind of a little overview of Couples San Souci. Again, we're located in Ocho Rios. 35 acres, there's 150 rooms and suites, and there's so many little nooks and crannies at this property. There's a little waterfall, there's a mineral pool, there's an actual grotto, and it's freezing cold. It's like taking a polar bear plunge, but a lot of people do it. It's hot, so you just kind of dip yourself in. There's birds, there's parrots, there's a peacock that roams around, so it's really definitely an interesting property. I will say, though, if anybody has mobility issues, as a Canadian, I know we are very concerned with this. This property, I could not in good faith recommend. Say if somebody needed wheelchair accessibility, this property is halfway built into the side of a cliff. And so some areas are just accessible kind of by like cliff stairs. So I always just like to point that out just to let everybody know. But again, we have our standards across the board with couples, the beautiful restaurants, the bars, everything like that. You will find that at Couples San Souci as well. So I'm heading over to Couples Negril, which is on the other side of the island. But sorry, I get ahead of myself sometimes just because I get so excited about talking about the properties. If you stay at either Couples San Souci or Couples Tower Isle, they're 5 minutes apart, we actually offer what's called trading places. It's every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So say you're staying at Couples Tower Isle, you really like the feel of that resort, but you want to kind of explore Couples San Souci for a day, just go to guest services. We take you over there around 9 a.m. We'll bring you back at 4, and you can spend the day at Couples San Souci, see what they're all about, eat there, drink there, make some new friends, and that is all included when you come and stay at Couples. So,
what about the evening meals? Are you permitted to exchange for the evening meals?
We can definitely make. If somebody had a request, we can do that. Normally, we just do it during the day because I find that when people go over for the day and they're in the sunshine all day, they kind of want to go back to their room, shower, change, things like that. And then, you know, we're super accommodating because we are small properties, we're family owned. So if somebody really wanted to experience, you know, one of the restaurants, just reach out. Reach out to Lois. She can ask me, and then we're good to go.
Good to go.
Yeah. Okay. So Couples Negril. Sorry. I'm a whirlwind, guys. Couples Negril is obviously in Negril. It is on Bloody Bay. And this property is for those that want everything compact and, you know, right at their fingertips. No word of a lie, if you go from the beach and you forget something in your room, and even if you're staying in a garden suite, it might take you 2.5 minutes to get back to your room. It's not a gigantic property. Everything is centrally located. It has a beautiful pool. So if you're kind of more of a pool person than an ocean person, even if you're going to Jamaica, I get it. Not me, but I get it. Couples Negril is the place for you. People love this pool. It like stretches out so far and it's directly in front of the ocean. So you can kind of feel like you're in the ocean while you're in the pool. All of the restaurants are kind of around this main area. So again, everything is centrally located. Great if there are some mobility issues, not a lot of walking, not a lot of stairs. So keep this property in mind. So again, just an overview of the property. It's 18 acres. It's located on Bloody Bay. So it's just around the corner from 7 Mile Beach. So not as much beach traffic. Beaches in Jamaica are public beaches. So you will see vendors sometimes. I love them. I love seeing different musicians walk down the beach, you know, might want to buy a bracelet or something, but I always like to have people know that, yes, it is a public beach, so you will see vendors in case it makes you nervous, but they're there, and we have tons of security on the beaches. So really cool feature that I first realized when I started working for the company, I wanted to buy something from one of the vendors. Security saw, and he kind of just stood back a respectful distance while I did my transaction, and then the vendor went on their way, and then security went back to his post, but he just was there to make sure everything was okay, nothing going on. And yeah, so we have that at, you know, all of the properties. So again, tons of bars and restaurants, lots of choices. Only one restaurant at this property needs a reservation. So it's kind of just like, you know, go at your own pace, enjoy, relax. And, you know, that's what we want you to do when you come and stay at Couples. So moving along, we are going to Couples Swept Away, which is our last property. And this is on the beautiful 7 Mile Beach. And I might be a little bit biased, but I do think this is the best piece of 7 Mile Beach. I'm just saying. Because the property is really long and stretched out, we take up a really large chunk of the beach, and it's really wide. And honestly, Lois can tell you, this is probably one of the nicest beaches in the Caribbean. What do you think?
Yeah, 7 Mile Beach. Certainly it's one that probably everybody listening to us today has heard of.
Yes.
It's on everybody's bucket list if they haven't been there already.
Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite beaches, and I love going here, and I just love to relax. Okay, so again, this is our largest property. So there's 312 suites here. So still not gigantic by any means, but it's really long and stretched out. So there is a little bit more walking. I will say at like a reasonable pace to get from end to end will probably take you, I would say 10 minutes at a reasonable pace, not sweating or anything. So just to give you an idea of the size of it. Lots of bars, lots of restaurants. Again, pretty much everything that you could want at your fingertips in a resort. So that is kind of an aerial view. Behind it, you can see the sports complex, which I'm going to talk about in 1 second. So you can see like all of those little like red terracotta color roofs, that's all couple swept away. So you can see the size of the beach. You're not going to be fighting over, you know, beach chairs, space, anything like that. There is more than enough space for everybody. So things that we include, just so you know, we include round trip airport transfers. So like I was saying, you don't need to go on the milk run. We take you directly to the resort. We have lovely greetings for you. You know, after traveling all day, you want a cool towel and some champagne. We have water sports. So if you are a scuba diver and you want to come and dive for the day, or sorry, after the day, during your stay, you can dive twice a day and it's included. There's no taxes, no surcharges, anything like that. As long as you're PADI certified, you can dive all day. We have tennis at all of the properties. So if you like tennis or if you've never played and perhaps want a lesson with one of the tennis pros, that's included. You want to go water skiing, you want to take out a Hobie Cat, included. I recently tried and wasn't very great at it, and I probably embarrassed myself a little bit. I tried one of those water bikes. I will say, make sure you put on a lot of sunscreen before taking one out because it's quite a workout. And so like you're pedaling your way back through the ocean and it's hot. It's a lot of fun, but again, a tip for you, please wear sunscreen. We have 24-hour food service. We have premium alcohol. We have nightly turn down service. Wi-Fi everywhere. So sometimes I'm there for work, which, you know, it's not a bad place to work. We have Wi-Fi at all of the, like any on the beaches, the pools, the rooms, everywhere. It's not an issue at all. If you do need to check in, you know, while you're on vacation, there's no worries about that. We also offer complimentary weddings. We have complimentary honeymoon packages. You can ask your lovely team about that and they can always get in touch with me. And we just try to have everything all encompassing. We don't want anybody to be reaching into their wallets when they come and stay with us. So I'm just going to stop you right here because I think the rest of this is just kind of weddings. So
weddings are a focus for a lot of our clients here.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the things that a lot of our clients come to us for is for the wedding. So we can just go through these slides and see some examples of some setups and things like that.
Okay, perfect. So let me just stop you here then. So we have beautiful settings. We have great wedding packages. So, you know, if you're nervous, we have wedding planners at all of the properties. They're happy to work with you. We even have an online calendar that's going to help you pick your date. And we love, obviously, because we're couples, we love. We want you to come and celebrate your wedding. We want you to celebrate your honeymoon. So yeah, we have amazing venues. We love a sunset wedding, I will say. So we have a lot of sunset packages at Couple San Souci. We actually have Sunset Beach, which is a beautiful setting for a wedding. I actually wanted to briefly touch upon, since we are talking about weddings. We are couples and we are adults only. However, we know not everybody coming to a wedding is going to be a couple. That's totally fine with us. Singles are allowed. We actually do allow children to come to the wedding. They can't stay, of course, for the night, but they are able to come to the wedding depending on the location. So if you have, you know, for example, my sister has a 4-year-old. So if I was to get married at Couples, she would kill me if my niece wasn't able to be the flower girl. I already know this. So she'd be able to come for the day, be my flower girl, have, you know, a great time. She's going to be away from the other guests, so we're not disturbing them. And then, yeah, we have that option available. And so you can talk to one of your travel planners to get more information, but we do a lot of weddings. We probably do even more honeymoons just because we have that couples aspect, people wanting to get away and just, you know, relax, just the two of them after the big day. And so those are some of the options that we have at Couples as well.
The included wedding is a great feature because, you know, you can go to a lovely place to stay, but at least it's not costing an extra arm and a leg.
Exactly. Okay. So this is pretty much, you know, the end of my pictures, but I wanted to talk about a few more things with you, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So a few things that I didn't touch upon yet. Excursions. So for example, if you are staying at Dunsmore, or if you're staying at Couples Tower Isle or Couples San Souci, we include certain excursions depending on where you are on the island. So if you wanted to climb Dunn's River Falls, 3 times while you stay with us, it's quite a workout, but by all means, that is actually included in the cost. You would just sign up with guest services. We have a bus that picks you up, takes you there, pays for your admission to the park. We bring you back. You're probably soaking wet when you come back, but again, that's included in the cost. If you wanted to go snorkeling every day, that's included. We have sunset catamaran cruises, that's included. Another big one that I always forget to mention just because I'm not into it, golf. I know people love to golf. Mm-hmm. We include the green fees and the transportation, that's included. And I always like to let people know there's no tax, there's no surcharges. I have been to some resorts before where, I've paid for something and then they're like, okay, but you have to pay the tax on it, which is fine. That's their policy, but that is not our policy. So like what you see is actually what you get. These things are all included when you come and stay with us. Again, we just want people to, book their vacation and then not have to worry anymore.
One of the big compliments, I guess, that we've received for clients that have gone to couples for vacations is the quality of the inclusions.
Yes.
So those excursions that you mentioned, like normally you'd be talking in the hundreds of dollars to have done that in addition to your vacation, but being able to do it with no charge.
Exactly. And so, also a lot of us, have a budget in mind when we're, picking a vacation. So you see the package of couples, you just know that that's what it is. Like you have all of these amazing things included. You're not tipping when you're staying with us. That's definitely a no. And I always like to have a little bit of an extra conversation about that. Some people think it's strange that we don't have tipping. What we actually do is we tip out all of our staff on their paychecks. So instead of you reaching into your wallet, we just take a portion of our room rates and tip everybody out equally because, if you work in laundry or if you work in maintenance, you're probably never going to see a tip because you're not front facing. However, your job is just as important as everybody else. And so that's how we feel and that's how we do things. So I always just really like to hit that point home because I do get some
traditional tipping is not really fair to everybody that serves
No,
you.
It's really not. It's really not. And so I guess when I let people know kind of clicks with them, they're like, oh, okay. And so I always just like to make sure everybody knows you're not tipping because you can go somewhere and easily spend like, $400 or $500 in a week.
No problem.
Which is insane to me. You've paid for a vacation and you should be getting amazing service. And so that's just, what we're providing. We want everybody to know that. Another thing that I didn't really touch upon, which is really important for Canadians, the PCR testing. We do need the PCR testing to come back into Canada. That's fine. So couples knows this, and we love our Canadian guests. We want you guys to come back. So the PCR test is included for anybody who stays more than 6 nights. So most people are coming for 7 nights or more, so it's not really an issue. And it's done right on site, so you don't need to worry about where am I going to go? Do I need to take a taxi? What kind of payments is going to be accepted? Is it safe to use my credit card? All of these things that people are worrying about right now with getting testing in destination. So we've just taken that worry away. Just when you check in, they're going to ask if you're a Canadian. You say yes. They're going to say, okay, when are you going home? They'll let them know, and then they'll let you know when your PCR test is going to be.
That's a huge benefit.
Yes.
And that is one of the things that we're answering questions about every day here is the protocols to go to a country, but then how do you look after what the requirements are to come back home?
Yes. And so that's definitely really important. I mean, things are constantly changing. So I just will say that as long as PCR testing is required to come back into Canada, we are going to be covering the PCR tests at couples until, that requirement goes away. So it's not like, until the end of the year, you must book now, something like that. No, we just know that if this requirement is there, we still want our Canadians to come and travel. So no need to worry about that expiring.
So what happens if somebody tests positive?
Okay, excellent question. I'm glad you asked. Hopefully this does not happen. It's very rare. But if somebody does test positive, we actually offer complimentary quarantine for up to 14 days. So you're able to stay at couples. I mean, you're in quarantine, so you're not leaving your room. But
you're looking out at the Caribbean Sea.
You're looking out at the Caribbean Sea. You're still getting delicious food and drinks. So, I mean, there's that. But you're still in your room, just so we're clear here. And we do offer.
Again, that takes away that risk and worry and, cost possibilities and takes away some of the risk factor that people worry about. Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. I think a lot of people are thinking about that right now. There's so many what ifs. And so at Couples, we understand the what ifs. And so we're just trying to alleviate everybody's stress, like as much as we can. Like, I can't take away your nervousness. I get it. But, we want you to feel as comfortable as possible when you come and stay with us. So that's just another thing that we can offer right now.
Yeah. And the strength, again, is the inclusions, folks. The inclusions here at this brand of hotels at Couples Resorts in Jamaica is second to none, really, as far as what they include that would normally be extra cost for you on vacation. So really? that is a huge part of the satisfaction that people come away and feel that they've received incredible value for their vacation dollars.
Definitely. We want you to feel that like you've worked hard for that vacation over the last year or 2 years or however long it's been since you've been on vacation. So like once you're in our hands, we just want you to feel relaxed and satisfied. Like that is such a big thing for us. We want you to feel like, this vacation was exactly what you needed. It took away your worries and your stress. And so that's what we're here for.
And you guys always have such great promos. Share that with us.
Okay, so, I think Canada has really piggybacked off of the Black Friday deals. So our Black Friday sale actually started today. We launched it a little bit early because we know people are really itching to travel. And so we have great Black Friday promos out right now. So if you wanted to book with one of your lovely Travel Time agents, it's available. If you are an Air Canada person, or if you are a WestJet person, or whoever you are, and wherever you collect points, those promos are available right now. Depending on your travel window, we are giving amazing resort credits, spa credits. I love spa credits. Like that's all. Like when I go on vacation, that's all I care about. I want to go to the spa every day. If you are traveling a little bit later in the year, we're also offering a 7th night free, which is amazing. And this is going to be running for probably at least a week. So keep this in mind. Maybe do some research, look at the different resorts and say like, okay, I think this is the best one for me. Call and, get booked. And
we have some people making these considerations and choices right now because we've been busy and talking to clients this week.
And I just wanted to say, because I'm so grateful that you guys had me on today, I wanted to just give a little bit of an extra bonus. This is just for my Canadians, and it's only if you book with a Travel Time agent. So I'm going to give an extra $150 resort credit. They have to book with you, so I'm going to send you the details, and that is combinable. So if you happen to get our Black Friday promo and you're getting, $300 in resort credits, I'm going to add on an extra $150, and like you're just going to be rolling into the spa.
Wow. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm happy to do that.
Well, that is a lot of great information, and I'm sure some of those photos that you've shared have made a lot of people very anxious to get on a plane and go and enjoy their first vacation in a very long time.
Yes.
And we do understand that people's comfort levels will be returning at different times. For a lot of us, we're there and we've already enjoyed a vacation. But for some people, they're still looking ahead and looking at next month or early in 22 or maybe the spring of 22 for their first vacation. And that's fine. As a team at Travel Time, we are staying abreast of all of the changing landscape as far as protocols and everything that's needed. And we'll be here and we'll be ready to help you with making that best vacation choice for you. And certainly Couples Resorts is a first consideration. Plan ahead and let's make vacation memories again.
Yes, definitely. I hope we see you soon. I hope I'm actually there when you come and stay. So if you see me with my curly hair, make sure you come and say hi. I would love to see you.
For sure. And we will post some information on this broadcast with the promos and the extra promo that Desiree has so kindly offered for anybody who chooses to book a Couples within the next little while.
Yes.
Thanks again, everybody. Have a great day.
Much.